को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और सातवें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ, मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ, मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत हैं पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा है। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Hello and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on this webinar called Business Opportunity Over Chai. So, Business Opportunity Over Chai is a webinar series presented by the management of Franchise India every day at 12 p.m. with the name to introduce you a new franchisee business opportunity. So, over the last 27 years, Franchise India has helped thousands of investors in selecting, you can say, the right franchisee business for them. So in today's webinar, we are happy to introduce I would say a wash brand, basically a robotic wash. And Robotic Wash is India's first fully automated two-wheeler, I would say, wash center designed to bring efficiency, consistency, and sustainability to two-wheeler cleaning, basically. And with our advanced robotic technology, we deliver a spotless, I would say, wash in just minutes, saving time, water, and labor. And our goal is to, I would say, revolutionize the two-wheeler service experience through automation, innovation, and eco-friendly solution. So, uh, this is, I would say, a short brief about the brand. So today we are having a full panel of the brand side, Mr. Karthik, who is a co-founder with us. So I'm handed over to Mr. Karthik, and he will be introducing the brand and the further things. Over to you, Karthik.
Thank you, Mr. Raja. So I can share the presentation now, and we'll start the
Yes.
So we are Robotik Wash Private Limited, India's first fully automatic two-wheeler wash franchisee model business. We are not only providing the equipment to automate the two-wheeler wash, we are also solving the problem that is available with the manual washes, and we are also providing the digital marketing support, and we are also providing the franchisee support along with the device. So about Robotik Wash Private Limited, how this all started is that 7 years ago, when we started off automatic washing project, so it started off when we saw a demand supply gap. So we had our service centers. I mean, like we visited our friends' service centers, where how many bikes are washed per day, or how many bikes have been like taken for servicing per day. It's not dependent on like how much spare parts you have in the warehouse, or how many service center people you have for the servicing, how many mechanics you have for the servicing. It is all about how many people you have for washing the bikes, how many bikes you can wash per day. That was the bottleneck. That was the deciding parameter that decides how many bikes they have to take for servicing per day. So it was very surprising to us, and we dug into the problem deeper. And it was very surprising that the wash is completely manual, and it is done by people who get soaked up in soap water. When you get soaked up in soap water, you get a lot of health issues, and you cannot do it throughout the month. People do it for a week, and then they take leave. They get sick, and because of that, you do not have repeatability. I mean, you do not have a regular manpower for this manual washing, and because of that the servicing gets affected. So that is how we thought we will design something to manufacture automatic bike wash machine where the operator doesn't have to get soaked up in water. So that is when this idea has been originated, and we have developed the equipment, and we were facing a lot of problems. We did a market survey of what are the equivalent devices available across the globe, and what are their bottlenecks. First thing is that the it is a water wash process. So the material, the iron, the ms mild steel gets rusted. So the machine does not even cross service life of 6 months to 1 year. It gets rusted and it breaks down. And the second thing was the amount of water that is being used for the wash. So it is the second big parameter for this automatic water wash. So there we implemented a solution. And not only that, there were a lot of other problems that were associated with manual washing and the solutions that was available during that time. So we developed a machine which is completely made out of stainless steel and aluminum, to make sure that it is not rusting at all, and it can withstand service life of 10 years. And also we do have people are doing a lot of civil works to make sure that the water is not damaging the building. So we developed a machine that is open to sky. You can just pick it and drop it anywhere in a open to sky surface, and you can operate the machine. And third thing, we recycle the entire water. So if you're using 150 liters per bike to wash the bike, it gets completely recycled, and the entire water is reused again. In our demo videos, you can see how it is getting recycled and how we reuse the water. So this is how we have developed this machine, and we have implemented 8 different machines during 2018 to 20 pre-COVID to trial this technology. We implemented 8 machines in BP and HP petrol pumps, where 2000 plus motorists visit the petrol pumps every day. We wanted them to know that there is such a system available in the market, and we wanted them to explore, and we wanted to experience what are the first-hand difficulties that we'll have in implementing this. So during that 2 years of cycle, we washed more than 100,000 two-wheelers, and we did a lot of washing. We did a lot of problem solving, and we have fine-tuned the machine to its perfect condition now. So in our portfolio, we provide express wash, deep wash, and deep wash plus wax or Teflon. Express wash is for bikes that does not have heavily soiled surfaces, where you can take your bike into the chamber, you can close the door, and you can press the auto wash button. The first water cycle will wet the stains, and the second foam cycle will break the stain. We call it degreasing. And after that, if required, a manual scrubbing can be done, or if not, we can directly go for the water wash again, which will clean all the degreased stains and make your bike look like a completely new vehicle. And second thing is the deep wash. In deep wash, there will be multiple cycles of wetting and multiple cycles of degreasing, and then multiple cycles of cleaning, to make sure that even the heavily soiled bike looks brand new when it is coming out of the cycle. The deep wash plus wax or Teflon is for the deep washing and making sure that the class A surfaces like the petrol tanks and the other class A surfaces are polished with wax or Teflon, to make sure that it is giving you the glossy finish. And when it comes to the subscriptions, we do not only provide a single walk-in wash system. We also provide subscriptions for the customers who walk in, so that they can have weekly subscription, monthly subscription, or yearly subscription for one bike, or for 2 bikes when it comes to some, let us say, husband and wife, or for a combo of bikes when it comes to corporate subscriptions, where an office can take 100 bike washes per month for 1 year subscription. So like that, we have multiple subscription models and multiple AMC models to make sure that we can cater to all types of the customers, right from the corporate customers to the individual users, to let us say an apartment campus, where you can have monthly wash subscriptions for every individual apartments. So all these things are possible. These things we have trialed, tested, and we have proven mechanisms which will work in particular locations. For example, in apartments, we know exactly what kind of subscriptions will work. In service centers, we know what kind of subscriptions will work. We can share that knowledge and our experience to you. And other than that, for people who are the franchisee owners who are not only looking for bike wash machines, we can also provide add-on services. If you are a franchisee owner who feels that not only bike wash machine, I can also handle more responsibilities, adding on to more turnover. We can add things like chain cleaning, tire polish, helmet wipes, helmet disinfection. There are multiple other advantages, add-ons that can be added on to your franchisee for better revenue, and it is based on the franchisee's owner's experience, expertise, and ability to take up responsibility, and the location where your franchisee is located. We can suggest you these add-ons, and you can choose based on your conveniences. So our business model is direct sales of fully automated machines. So as I told you before, it is a pick and place machine. You can directly pick it from our factory. We can put it in a truck and we can unload it in your suggested area. So it's a pick and place machine. We don't have to assemble the machine on site until you have an entry restriction. For example, we put up machines in malls. When we put up machines in malls, the entry of the underground parking will be like 6 to 7 feet only. In those cases, we'll dismantle the machine, we'll take it into the mall and then assemble the machine. So we can also provide you such supports, and we will be providing you a fully automated machine which operates on the touch of a button. You don't have to take the responsibility of installation or assembly at your end. We'll take care of the entire process. And we also provide you the franchisee model machine, and not only that, we provide you the backend support. By backend support, we mean we provide you a software where you will be entering your customers' mobile numbers, and you'll be providing them the invoices, bills, and other things. So thereby, we will take up the customers' mobile numbers. We'll get the feedbacks from them. We'll make sure that you get the 5-star review from them, and we'll make sure that we target the customer with ad and repeated ads to make sure that the customer is coming back to you again and again on a regular basis. And if a customer has a bottleneck or discomfort in the services, we'll definitely loop that feedback to you so that you can resolve the issue and we can make the customer recurring again. And not only that, we'll also be doing digital marketing for you, and we'll also be making sure that your calendar is filled to some extent through our digital marketing only. So this digital marketing will make sure that the customer is choosing your franchisee and the customer is booking the time slot online, and then they are coming to your franchisee. And not only that, when it comes to recurring revenue, the AMC consumables and IoT analytics will be done by us, and we'll be supporting you with AMC. The first year it will be free of cost AMC, and from the second year you can choose the level of AMC that you would want to take up based on your experience in the first year. And other than that, the consumables, when you procure locally, you may not be aware of the quality of the consumables, and you may not get the consumables that fit into the machine's parameters. So we'll be able to provide you that as well, so that you don't have to worry about the quality of the wash that is impacted by the consumables. And we'll also be sharing you the IoT analytics of how many bookings have come before, how many new customers have walked in, and how many recurring customers have walked in, and how many recurring customers have not walked in, and why is that reason? Are those like 5-star customers who have not walked in, or customers who have given poor reviews have not walked in? So all the IoT analytics and the data will be sent to you on a monthly basis. And when something is beyond the standards, we can sit and discuss to see what went wrong and how to make it better in the coming months, because your success is our success. So this is our setup. So we'll also be providing you a video of the entire setup operating or a YouTube link. So this is our setup, which shows how the machine looks. You can see the black ramp. That is where the bike is taken into the chamber, and we'll close the chamber and you press on the start button. Once you press on the start button, the moving arm will spray high pressure water to wet the stains, and then it will spray foaming agent, degreasing agent to degrease the stains, and then multiple cycles of wetting, degreasing, and washing will make sure that your bike is completely clean. For heavily soiled bikes and bikes with very complex contours, modifications, manual scrubbing may be required. And below the bike wash machine, you can see the stainless steel tank, which will collect the soiled water. And behind the bike wash machine, you can see a red color control panel along with the black color tank, overhead tank, which will receive the soiled water and clean, process, filter the water, and the fresh water will be stored in the overhead tank. When it comes to maintenance of machine, there will be daily maintenance, weekly maintenance, and monthly maintenance, which will be training your team for. The daily maintenance will be removing the dirt and soiled particles from the underground tank, and the weekly maintenance would be maintenance of the electricals, maintenance of the cleaning filters, and the monthly maintenance will include the electrical checks, mechanical checks, and the tank's integrity check. It is a very low maintenance machine. We made sure of that, not only through design, but through operation and experience. So when it comes to the vision and mission, there are two things. Bike wash machine is designed to make sure that the untapped market, the bike wash, manual bike wash is not a regularized market right now, and bringing an automatic bike wash machine in a franchisee model with such backend support will regularize this market. Just like how auto and four-wheeler booking was a non-regularized market, and Ola and Uber made it a regularized one. Like this, when it comes to bike wash, we'll be the Ola and Ubers of bike wash, and you will be our franchisee partners who will make this happen. And also, one more vision of the company to get into this segment is that people should not be getting soaked up in soap water to just wash the bike. So the machine should be able to do that. Manpower can be well utilized in a much needed place, not getting soaked up in soap water and washing the bikes. And it is not practical as well, and we are not able to find manpower to do that in the recent past as well. And also, the corporations have become more and more stringent on water utilization. And here, we are hardly using less than 9 liters of water per bike. I mean to say, with complete recycling, the evaporation losses and the leakage losses would be less than 9 liters. But when you manually wash a bike, the entire water goes to waste. And it will be impractical today, but it will be illegal tomorrow. So these are the visions that brought us together to make the solution happen. And this should be the first slide, but we have put it at last to make sure that we give you these details. So we are a team of 5 who has developed this concept, technology, idea to this level for the past 7 years. Myself, I'm Karthik Chandrasekharan. I'm an expert in nanotechnology-based polymer research and industrial automation. And I have 15 plus years of experience in this field. And I've been designing 6-axis robotic arms for defense and aerospace industries. And secondly, we have Mr. Bhuvan Raj, who has been the electrical and electronic brain of our company. And Mr. Bhuvan Raj has 20 plus years experience in Intel and global foundries. He is a semiconductor guy. He designs. If you have an iPhone or if you have an Apple AirPods, he is the one who worked behind the designing of those chips. So he is the designer of semiconductors, and he has his own semiconductor manufacturing company who designs and manufactures semiconductor now. And we have Mr. Lloyd George with us, who has 20 plus years of experience in the automobile industry, especially the automobile service industry. And he has been working with automatic and manual automobile spa, especially two-wheeler and four-wheeler spa, for 20 plus years. His field experience on operations, customer feedbacks, operator feedbacks have been invaluable to us. And we have Mr. Rishi Singhvi, who has 30 plus years of experience in the industry, and they are the first one to bring the paper cups to India. And not only that, they have connections with almost all the two-wheeler service centers across India and four-wheeler service centers. So they are all either their customers or their friends. So his visionary leadership led us to bring things to this level. Last but not the least, we have Mr. Rajaram, who has 40 plus years experience as a consultant in the field of adhesives. Name any adhesive company, MNC, in India, he would be the consultant for those companies. And his vision and leadership and experience has strategically brought us here and held us together to this level. So, as a franchisee owner, how profitable is this business? Is this data is going to support you? Let us say we have given you return on investment calculations based on you wash at least 20 bikes per day. So how difficult it is to wash 20 bikes per day? This data would help you out. During financial year 2023-24, the domestic retail sales was at around 17.5 million units. So we are talking about just 20 bikes per day in your locality, which is easily achievable if you just choose the right location to put up your franchisee. Petrol pumps where we did this trial had a walk-in of 2,000 bikes per day, bare minimum. When it comes to apartment campuses, a very small apartment campus now has 100 plus apartments in a campus, and at least 90% of the apartments has a two-wheeler or a four-wheeler, and most of at least 30 to 40% of the apartments has more than one two-wheelers, and your target is just 20 bikes per day. And an average mall gets around few thousand two-wheeler footfall per day. It starts with 5 to 10,000. It goes up to 32,000 on a peak days. And the average IT park, they have close to a lakh bikes getting into their campus and going out of their campus every day. So these are some statistics that will make you think 20 bikes per day, how small it is compared to the vast amount of two-wheelers that are available around you, which is parked right in front of you for almost 8 hours a day, ideally. And all you need to do is make the end user understand there is this service available at this location so that they'll take it up. That is what we have experienced through our trial during this period, running the franchises. So as I've told you before, when it comes to this franchisee, the customer base, the location, and the premiumization trend, which is like, let us say, there are areas where you will have so many premium bike owners. So there, your marketing trend needs to be a little bit different. Pick up and drop may be required. So that will be training you and suggesting you based on the experience and based on your chosen location. And your customer base will be recorded through your billing cycle, and we'll make sure to, through our digital marketing team, initiate ads and target them and make sure that they're a recurring customer for you. As I've discussed with you before, the key growth drivers would be obviously the billing cycle, the recurring customer, these subscriptions, the number of bikes you do per day, and behind all that, the location that you choose and the attention that you give to your customer, the service that you provide to your customer is going to be the key winner. When it comes to the financials and proposals, I would like to hand it over to Mr. Rajat. I think he'll be the right person to take this forward. Mr. Rajat,
Yes, Karthik, I lost the voice. Can you just repeat once again? I lost the voice, please.
yes, regarding the financials and the franchisee proposals, I think you'll be the right person to provide.
Sure. So basically, guys, we are offering two different models, basically one standard and one premium model. So this is totally dependent upon the location wise. Everything will remain the same. Okay, so center we are promoting here, like we are looking forward for a 500 square feet model, and the franchisee fees is 15,000 for both the things, and setup cost is between 15 lakh to 16, 17 point lakh rupees, and payback we are, I would say, targeting in 16 to 18 months in the standard format, and in the premium format we are targeting 14 to 16 months basically, and store setup will be provided by the brand. So, and we are charging only 10% royalty and the franchisee fees of the 50,000 rupees. GST will be applicable wherever it's applicable, it will be charged separately. So the amount is not included in the GST part over there right now. Okay, and the difference between is the location part over here and the I would say the walk-ins also. So in the standard formats, it will not a premium location, but in the premium segment, it will be a premium location. Like you can say kind of a big space parking, and it will be on I would say, and standard will be on a normal roadside shops where I would say normal footfall is there. So I guess that is something, and what we are providing in terms of like premium center ambience, enhanced customer experience, loyalty will be there, Karthik previously basically, yeah, and high quality service assurance we are providing, customer engagement program basically, and the retention. Why? Because it's a, I would say, a label-less thing, and we are giving the best service and I would say under the best price. So that's why I would say the retention strategy is also very high. Now next slide, please, Karthik. Yeah, so basically the typical operating terms will be the same. So franchisee has to done the every sort of a capex sort of a thing, and the franchisee fees is 15,000 plus GST. Everything will remain from the property deposit to CAM, the IT, utility expense, consumable manpower, bank charges, inventory sort of a thing, and local marketing will be done by the franchisee. Central marketing is taken care by the brand side to promote the brand. Lock-in period, we are saying the 3 years is the lock-in period. Bare minimum, you have to continue the franchisee for 3 years, and 6 months is a notice period, to be very honest. And the agreement period will be the 5 years. So, and after the 5 years, it will be on a renewal mode, but after the mutual discussion between both the parties. Okay. Next slide. So yeah, this is I would say, Karthik, you will take care of the same as a rollout plan.
Yes, definitely. So when it comes to the rollout plan, phase one, we are planning to take it to start with Tamil Nadu, and I would say like the reason behind taking it out on a cluster basis is that we cannot put one franchisee in Bangalore, one franchisee in Chennai, and one franchisee in Hyderabad. Wherever we start a franchisee, we need to make sure that there are a couple of franchisees around so that the marketing can be done and the service support can be done. Because it is always better to fight as a team than to take the product into the market as a single franchisee owner. And we'll also make sure that the franchisees do not have any competition because of the nearest franchisee. The distances will be maintained accordingly. But that is the reason behind the phase one plan. So it is not restricted to Tamil Nadu, but it needs to be a cluster-based franchisee model so that we can provide you all the supports that we have assured to the cluster. So just like I have told you, your target is just 20 bikes per day minimum, and to achieve the 20 bikes per day, these are the locations which has 100 times the bikes walking in and walking out on an average day. So that all you need to do is tap 1% of that market, like petrol bunks, delivery fleet hubs, because a lot of delivery partners, they not only give the delivery services, they also provide the vehicles nowadays. And large apartment societies where you have 100 to 500 apartments in a campus, where at most 90 plus percentage of apartments has two-wheelers and 30 plus percentage has more than one two-wheelers. So there you have huge opportunities. And you have metro parkings, obviously, and most of the metro parkings has small franchises like the tea shops, the snacks, the pizzas, and everything. And that space is more than sufficient to afford a bike wash machine as well. So there you have huge amount of bikes, being parked there for more than 8 hours per day, and all you need to do is like acquire at least less than 1% of the customers to achieve your target of 20% per day, 20 bikes per day. And of course, mall parking, where we are currently running also. And when it comes to tier 2 and tier 3 markets, yes, even though it is not a well organized market area, you'll definitely have a huge amount of parkings and huge amount of um, customer bases which you can tap into. And finally, a standalone corner property is a standalone location where customer walks into you. So again, it is based on the location. If there is a location where you have abundant parking and you provide bike wash, along with that, a couple of other services, people can walk in, give you their bikes, and take your services, and then take the bike out and walk away. There are also such opportunities available, but we always need to make sure that the strategically the location is right and the walk-in customer base will be more than sufficient to achieve your minimum target of washes per day. So who can do this automatic bike wash machine franchisee? So far, with our experience, we have handled a few franchisees, and there are people with entrepreneurial mindset who have been working and who wants to be an entrepreneur, and who wants to do something that is technical and that can be scaled up to any number. So a person with that urge to become an entrepreneur and that dream to scale up their business to an infinite possibility is the right ideal partner for this franchisee, because it is a technical business, and you handle automobiles on a daily basis, and you are not restrained to one franchisee. You can start with one franchisee and you can go on and build up to 150 franchisees in your city. Your growth is not restricted, it is scalable to any extent. It is your dream that is going to be your scale. And also the location advantage. See, when it comes to location, you don't have to have 2,000, 3,000, 10,000 square feet area. All you need to do is like have 4,000 to 400 to 600 square feet area, and it doesn't have to have a roof over the head. And open space is more than sufficient. So that is your second advantage. And more than that, all you need is power supply, a bare minimum power supply, single phase or three phase. Based on that, the machine can be modified. And also, we have operated this franchisee on a location. There is no supply of water at all for almost 1 year. So we take up water from the private water companies, and we fill up our 1,000 liter tank, and we operate for a complete week, and we top up the wastages and losses once in a week. And we kept operating like this for more than a year in a particular location in Chennai, where water is not easily available. So we were able to do that because of such a wonderful recycling mechanism. So power is the only thing that is mandatorily required. Even the water is an optional thing. And when it comes to operational investment and investment capacity, the good news is that the operational cost is very low compared to any other franchising model, and the profit margins are considerably higher compared to any other businesses. And when it comes to the investment capacity, it is somewhere between 15 to 18 lakhs. And this is an MSME approved project. We have got MSME loans for our franchisee owners in multiple occasions. So with subsidy. So you will have your subsidies and MSME loan approvals for this project will be we ourselves and franchisee they will be providing you the project report for such things. And this is a customer centric approach. So as I've told you before, it is all you need to do is make sure that you provide the customer the right service, and make sure that you are taking care of the customer. Other than that, we'll take care of marketing, we'll take care of making sure that the customer is recurring and coming back to you again and again. Be there, provide them good service. That is more than sufficient to make this a successful franchising. And other than that, we'll also make sure that we'll market your franchisee, and we'll create your local network for you, right from customer base to your servicing network and all the other requirements. So summing it up again in one single slide, when it comes to why this franchisee could be very competitive and successful for you. It's a interesting technical franchisee, and the scalability is limitless, and the area required for this franchisee is hardly 500 square feet, and also not a closed or closed area with a roof and wall. 500 square feet of bare land is more than sufficient for you to operate this. And we have a closed loop water recycling system where you can operate the entire automatic wash franchisee without water supply. Imagine running an automatic bike wash franchisee without water supply, by just topping it up, by just topping the 1,000 liter water tank every week on a regular basis. And when it comes to the automatic cycle, the duration of the automatic cycle is just less than 3 minutes. If you want to spend more time on detailing the vehicle, you can take, but the actual cycle of wash is less than 3 minutes. And the IoT integration is going to help you understand what is happening, what is going wrong, what is going right, not only in terms of customers, recurring customers, non-repeating customers, but also in terms of the equipment, how many washes have been done, and what is the current health of the machine, and what could go wrong, what can be done in preventive maintenance, so that breakdown maintenance need not be done. And this is a modular setup option. As I've told you, you can just pick it up from the factory, and you can just drop it with a crane in your open space, and you can operate it from the next day, or you can just dismantle it a little bit and then take it into the location and then assemble it there. So it's a modular setup, the flexibility is there, and ROA in less than 18 minutes is another excellent competitive edge that would interest you to take up this franchisee. So when it comes to why do you want to partner with us, as I've explained, as I've given you the introduction of 5 co-founders who has developed this franchisee, you could see our experiences across different sectors, and that has brought the best of each sector and has come up with this franchisee model. And this is not only an idea or a design or a product, it is a time-tested franchisee model. We have done it ourselves, and we have tested it, and we have fine-tuned it, and we are promoting it to you. And not only that, it is eco-friendly and efficient. We are using hardly less than 4 liters of water per wash on ideal cycle, where you do not have much leakages and wastages. And if you have leakages and wastages, hardly less than 9 liters per wash, which is not only eco-friendly, which will also make sure that wherever the water meters are fitted, you'll have the advantage. The manual washes had to go out of the system, and also the manpower availability is drastically reducing. People who are willing to get soaked up in soap water and wash the bike the entire day are not abundantly available and are drastically going down in numbers. So people will have no other option but to choose an automatic bike wash machine to wash their bike if they're not willing to wash it on their own at their home. And washing on their home at their home has the difficulty of spoiling the entire floor and then cleaning up the floor to make sure that they're not getting scolded by the house owner or the wife. So, and high scalability, as I've told you, it is not the one franchisee. The amount of franchises that you can take up is as high as you can go. And a trusted ecosystem. Franchise India is there to support you with the franchises, and we are there to support you with the technical and marketing support and the mission knowledge and experience that we have acquired so far. So it is a trusted ecosystem. You can definitely trust us and try this way. So these are the pre-opening and post-opening support that we provide. Pre-opening right from the site selection to advising you on the right parameters. And other than that, we have our running sites where you can send your staff, and we'll be giving them on-job training for operating the machine, maintaining the machine. And for the store launch and marketing, we'll be doing the digital marketing and supporting you with the store launch. And when it comes to operational support, until you get used of the equipment and its operation, we'll be there with you on remote basis and on a regular field support basis to make sure that you are getting the grasp of the business. And that is the primary reason we are not having one mission in Bangalore, one mission in Chennai, one mission in Hyderabad. We are making clusters of missions in one particular location, so that we'll have a dedicated staff who will handhold you till you get a grasp of this business. And post-opening marketing support, as we have told you already, we'll be doing through our digital marketing team, and also we'll be guiding you through your local marketing. What are the do's and don'ts of local marketing and the plans for local marketing, and the stock and inventory. You don't have to shut down your shop a single day just because you ran out of your any of your consumable stock or inventory. It will be always there to you through us. And when it comes to technology, we'll be providing you the point of sale system where you can invoice your customer and you can get their mobile numbers and other database, which will be again reused for your marketing. And when it comes to customer service support and customer feedback system, our digital marketing team will always, send your customers a feedback message and request them for a feedback. So that feedback being positive will be posted as your franchisee's feedback, and being negative, we'll definitely post it back to you, and we'll jointly resolve the feedback and make sure that it is not happening again. So these are the pre-opening and post-opening supports we'll do. And the terms and conditions of the franchisee, you can go through the terms and conditions, and franchisee will also be giving you the details. And this has already been explained to Mr. Rajat in that particular slide. Thank you. And if you have any more questions or clarifications, we are here to support you.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, Karthik, please open this slide only, and we can continue over here. So, thank you so much, Karthik, for a detailed, I would say, discussion. Thank you so much. Yeah. So, I'll ask the audience if, in case you have any question, you can put it down in the web in the chat box. We are more than happy to help you in that. So, Karthik, we have few questions. So, let's see, me and we can take the I would say the answer for the same. So first question is having the like, what are the tariff rates for bike washing and how you are more competitive in the market?
Sir, Rishi sir, would you like to answer this?
Yes, sir. So basically, we target for a bike wash tariff of 200 rupees per bike.
Okay, and how you are more competitive in terms of the market, like as compared to the competition?
So basically, in cities, tariff of bike wash are from 200 to 300 rupees, depending on the locations and the other reasons. But in our case, we are competitive by price and also the speed at which we can deliver the wash bike after the wash. That will be the best among all other existing options and possibilities.
Makes sense. One more question is there. So is there any zero manpower is required or manpower is required for running the business?
Yes, we do require manpower. Still zero manpower requirement. Maybe that is our future target. But right now we do need manpower. We don't need expertise. We don't need like skilled laborers. All we need is just basically a person who's fit enough to push the bike on the ramp into the cabin and then bring it back. Even if there are ladies of like age within 40 who are fit enough to push the bike inside, even they can be a good option for managing, because that will work out cheaper compared to engaging male people.
Makes sense. Makes sense. One more question is there. So how is the maintenance support given to the franchisee?
So basically, as such, any sort of maintenance in this case, any sort of troubleshooting also, we can handle over the phone also. Otherwise, we'll make sure that within 24 hours, our team reaches there and gets it set right.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Also, one more question is came. So, since you are also operational in I would say in Tamil Nadu itself. Okay. So, is there any permission we will require to get from the corporation? And if yes, what sort of a permission we will require from them?
I don't think so. As such, we would need permissions for this thing, but still, we will have a check with the departments and maybe we can update it. Mr. Karthik sir, any idea about this thing?
Yes, sir. Actually, when it comes to the maintenance thing, that is why we are going with clusters, so that not only the telephonic support, we can also provide the immediate remote on-site support also. So yes, we'll be supporting for that maintenance. And second thing regarding the registration. The shop registration, the regular corporation shop registration is mandatorily required for any business in the corporations. And other than that, we are not creating much noise. We are not discharging any liquid directly. I mean, we are recycling our systems. So far in our experience with our operations in these many years, we did not require any such registrations. The regular shop registrations, professional tax and GST registration, if required for the invoicing, is more than sufficient.
Okay. And what about the water usage? Do we have to take the permission for the water usage also?
Since you're filling the 1,000 liter tank once in a week only, we are filling the 1,000 liter tank once, and then every week we are just topping it up. So it is lower than a restaurant's consumption. So you
Makes
don't need,
sense.
because if you are consuming more than 10,000 liters per day, then it is going to be an extraordinary case, and you need to get approvals. But when it is less than 1,000 liters per week, then there is no much additional requirement. It is only that, one thing, the when we are doing the daily maintenance and removing the sludge out of the bottom tank, it is a solid waste. We need to make sure that we dispose those solid waste properly.
Makes sense. Makes sense. And one more question. What kind of a water it is being used for the washing? Is it chlorinated or is it normal
Actually,
water?
sir, even I mean, like, no matter, we have done this in Thoothukudi as well. We used salt water that is coming out of the tap on a regular basis. But once you wash that one bike wash cycle, and then it goes into the filtration process, and then when it goes back to the storage tank, it becomes neutral water. And after that, every cycle you use, it is going to be a neutral water.
Makes sense. And one again more question is there. So what is the pH value of water to be used? Is there any sort of a pH value also we require to run the
Yes,
operation?
as I've told you, it is not the pH. I mean, like, most of the water that you find in your taps are neutral, so it will not be acidic or basic. It is just the TDS, like, how much of salt content or any other mineral content that you have in your water. Even if it is higher when you first top your, I mean, like, fill your tank. After the first cycle, when the water is being recycled, it is going to be within this spec. So you don't need any special water for this application. You can just use your regular tap water that is available at your region, and you can fill your tank and you can use it. Or you can, from the water tanks, you can just pay a couple of hundred. You can fill your tank and you can use it for a week, and every week you can spend another couple of hundreds to just refill your tank. Just like how I was explaining before, we were operating a complete year of bike wash machine in one particular location without water supply.
Makes sense. So one more question is there. So apart from Tamil Nadu, are you available in other states too as of now, or is it you are following the regional approach only?
No, sir. We would like to follow the cluster approach, and we are not restricted to Tamil Nadu. If there are, like, it is just like the internet service provider. So only if you have like 10 internet connections request, they can bring you the wires and network connections and everything to your location, right? Just like that, if we have a cluster approach available in other states as well, we are willing to promote. It is just to make sure that the franchisee will have all the sufficient services that we are providing.
Makes sense. The soap and the material which will be used for washing the bikes, sort of putting shampoo and everything, is it mandatory to buy only from you, or is it something they can buy it from their self too?
Yes, we provide the soaps and other consumables to make sure that people don't have to search in their market and don't have to do trial and error on their own. They can spend their quality time in just acquiring customers and providing them services. Other than that, if they want to buy locally, they can buy locally, but they need to make sure that it is compatible with the equipment and it is not damaging the equipment, and it is providing right performance, and it is not it does not leave much residue on the water. Because if you have a very strong chemically strong soaps and it is leaving a lot of residue on the water, and your recycle system may not work out properly, and reusing the water becomes an issue. So what we offer you is a strategically optimized solution. But if you can find a better solution, you can not only use, you can also suggest to us all day.
Makes sense. One more question from Venkatesh, I would say. So, what are the challenges in this business?
Sir, from our experience, the challenge is not in operating. The challenge is in starting, choosing the right location, getting everything started, and cutting the ribbon. That is where the challenge stops.
Challenges
After
stops.
that, yeah.
I
After
would
that,
say
the operation is never a challenge.
I would say one of the good answer. I would say it's a good answer. Okay, and one more thing. So you talked about the residual. That is again, like, that's my question, to be honest too, also. So the recycling waste, how we can, I would say, dump, or how you can dump the same.
Okay, when it comes to the recycling waste, it is not a liquid waste because liquid waste has a lot of processes to follow. It's just a solid waste. So you have to put it in a tub or a paint bucket and you'll have to hand it over to your corporation, waste collection team. So it is just a soiled sand, oil soaked soiled sand. That's all. You need to collect it and put it in a bag or some container, and you'll have to hand it over to the corporation waste management team. That's all.
Okay. So one more question is there. Current consumption, I would say like the costing for washing 100 bikes. What will it will be the costing, you can say?
Okay, so let us say this is a 6 watt, 6 kilowatt equipment, but the 6 kilowatt equipment during one bike wash cycle operates for only 30 seconds. So if 6 kilowatt equipment operates for 1 hour, you'll be consuming 1 unit of 6 unit of power. So it is just 30 seconds. So it is like 6 unit divided by 120. So it is 0.05 units per bike is what the machine is going to consume. And even if you consider all the lights, like water recycling systems, motors, and everything put together, you'll be consuming hardly 0.1 to 0.15 unit per bike. Or the 100 bike would take somewhere around like 10 units of power, which is at the current rate 70 rupees to 80 rupees of power supply for 100 units of 100 bikes actually.
So basically 100 rupees. We can consider the consumption, I would say the commercial rate also. So 100
Yeah, it's
rupees
like
max
1
to
rupee
max.
per bike. On the higher scale, 1 rupee per bike is the.
Okay. One more interesting question here. Can the unit be operatable in
It is an interesting question. Yes.
in the solar part?
Yes, you can do it in the solar part, but there are two things regarding solar. One is that you have a multi-rotating meter that runs in both the directions. When the solar is charging, the meter will run in opposite direction. When you're consuming it, runs in forward direction, and then it will balance out. And at the end of the month, you will definitely have zero power consumption. That I can assure you. But if you're not having power supply and truly depending on solar, you need to make sure that the solar can cope up to your needs. For example,
Okay.
the solar generates peak power during afternoon, but in the morning, if you have a huge requirement and your battery is not full, you might get stuck out. But having EV plus solar will make sure that you'll have zero power supply bill per month.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Anyone else apart from this, like any questions from the chat box? I am more than happy to answer. And so also, Karthik, just give I would say the few three, four pointers. Like I would say, let's take it's a less human driven, basically a business. Okay, less capital intensive also. Okay, so what are your, I would say from the brand perspective, three USPs of this business? I would say I would say like ROI is also coming in I would say in less than a year, or I would say approximately in a year. Okay, if everything goes well. So what are the key parameters you will think, or I would say the three USPs which a person who is looking forward for the investment in your business so is look forward for?
Okay, so being a technical guy, if I look at it from my perspective, all the three perspectives would be USPs would be technical. So I think I'll stand on a franchisee owner's point of view and I'll answer you this question. So being a franchisee owner, mostly first-time entrepreneur or someone who wants to take up some franchisee and run the business, my problem is going to be one. Product or service that I want to provide that will not run out of business or will not have too much competition. So bike wash is going to be something that will never run out of business. People are going to get more and more lazy only. They're not going to wash their bikes on their own at their home. And the ease of washing your bike at your home is also becoming a big issue. Parking is becoming a problem and people cannot wash their bikes at their home. They cannot spill water everywhere. So they need to depend on a third party partner to wash their bikes. So one USP would be this business is not going to go out of trend. Everybody is going to go out to wash bikes only, and it is going to become more and more in future. It is not going to become less and less in future. And when it comes to competitions, even if there are like 10 bike wash machines right next to you, they're going to be busy only because there are like so many bikes in the market. So that is one USP. And the second USP of running a business is making sure that I'm doing the digital marketing properly. I'm making sure that I have the presence in the social media. And all of this takes a dedicated team, their knowledge, effort, and everything. So that is going to be taken care of, taken care by us 100%. And we are going to not only provide a basic support. Our digital marketing team is it's the team which is doing digital marketing for the MNCs. so you're going to get MNC, like Boost, Bonvita, Horlicks, what kind of digital marketing, what kind of advertisements that they're doing, the same quality of advertisement and other things are going to come to you. So second thing, I don't have to put my energy and effort into digital marketing and my social media presence and everything. And the third most important thing is how to do this business and what to do when something goes wrong. Being a first generation entrepreneur or a first entrepreneur, this is going to be my important issue, like in my mind. And there is going to be hundreds of cluster owners and franchisee partners and principal company people who are going to support you on this. So these are the three USPs, I would say. A business that is not going to run out of trend, it is going to keep increasing only. And digital marketing that is on par with any MNC is going to be done for you. And the third important thing, I don't have to worry about what if something goes wrong or goes right. All the what ifs will be taken care by a team that will support you on any turns and corners. So that, from the franchisee owner's point of view, I would say is the three USPs here.
Okay, makes sense. And one last question also, Karthik. What are the minimum order quantity if in case of providing the I would say soaps and everything? So is there any quantity which a franchisee
I
wants
think
to
there will not
maintain?
be any MOQ, because like we are not going to be handling it to you in person. It is the last mile delivery, thanks to Amazon, Flipkart, and all the other service providers available in the market. The last mile delivery has become so easy, so there will not be any MOQ. We'll be able to provide you whatever you need in any quantity that you need.
Okay, that is my question also. Karthik, the last one is the same. Can we convert this same into the car industry also?
Yes, actually, this can be converted into a car wash machine as well. But we are getting into the bike wash segment initially. The reason being, it is more of an untapped market, and you have the investment capacity is less. But any successful two-wheeler franchisee owner who wants to convert it into a car spa, the investment is going to be quite bigger, and the skilled manpower that is required is going to be quite bigger. But it can be done.
Sure. This can be convertible, and I would say Karthik is
And
not
actually,
seeing,
cars
but
are much easier to wash compared to bikes, because car has a lot of flat surfaces, bike has a lot of complex contours.
complex
So that
contours.
is more easier actually. All you need to do is like increase the bed width. It can be done.
Sure. So yeah, thank you so much, Karthik. Thank you so much for taking all the question as of now. So we are also running ahead with the time, and also as a closing note, I'll if in case you want to close in a line or two, Karthik, if in case you want to close it. So
Yes, I
I'll
think
let
I saw one more question where people wanted to know, like, what is the profit margin in this business? Being a service business is not a product business. Product business is where you have 10 rupees products and then you have 30% margin and you sell it for 13 rupees. This is a service business, so the profit margin is quite higher. As I've told you, the power supply per bike wash is going to be 1 rupee, and we have calculated and the average cost of your rentals, the average cost of the manpower and all the other thing. The profit margin is somewhere between 60 to 70% per wash. So that is the last question somebody asked, and I've answered that too.
No worries. So yeah, thank you so much, Karthik. Thank you so much, teammate. Thank you, Pranav, for organizing this event. So thank you everyone for joining today's session. It was again a pleasure having you with us. So we will see you again tomorrow at the same time with another exciting brand story. Stay tuned and have a great day ahead. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
everyone. Have a good day, Rajat. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah, thank you, sir.